And we think we might be live, but really, we're going to show a video. Here we go. There. That was special. We may have to play that again later on for people that show up a little bit late. But hey, Julia, nice to see you there.
Look at that fanciness.
Yeah.
You guys, please stick around the upcoming weeks. You're going to see a lot more of those just awfully made videos. We don't have a real professional take on it, but we're giving it a shot.
To be fair, Beth is a professional level video editor. We just keep her busy doing other things. So it's not like,
yeah.
it's like, hey, by the way, in the midst of all these other professional things you're doing, would you also make a fantastic video? And she's like, sure, Gray, I'll do that. And she did. Way to go. That was fantastically done. And we'll probably have another version of something next time. So yeah, I was impressed with the Twitch logo, Beth. That was really pretty good. Hey, everybody, I'm Gray. I'm the Executive Director of Worldbuilders, here for another edition of Worldbuilders Weekly. And at least on my screen, to my right.
Hi, guys. You know me. I'm Zay. I'm the Assistant Director at Worldbuilders. And you know the drill. You come hang out with a couple of geeks. Every week you get our trivia updates, Worldbuilders and Worldbuilders market updates, and sometimes you can catch our favorite creators. Today we have some announcements. We do not have a special guest today.
Zay,
I mean,
Zay,
kind
you're
of.
special. You're special.
We do have an illustrator who worked with us, who we'll be talking about, who's in our chat.
Yes.
Pretty crazy.
You'll never guess who it is.
Yeah.
But as always, it's time for our trivia. So last week's trivia question was 2020 marks Catan's 25th birthday. What are the 5 resource types that a player can acquire in this game? And I just skipped over the actual answering the winner. Now, we did have a winner. Our trivia winner for August is Ruth F. Simon. Ruth had 2 correct answers this month, which means she got 2, which means they got 2 entries to the trivia prize drawing. Both Short Circuit and Gabrielle were correct answers, and also would be a really great buddy flick, I think, if we had Short Circuit team up with Gabrielle. And so we've sent Ruth a message to coordinate your prize, and we hope you will enjoy it. And thank you. Our geek in the van says that she does have she, her pronouns in her bio. So yes, Ruth F. Simon, thank you very much for answering our trivia question and not in chat. Now I know you're all wondering what is the next trivia question. Well, I'm sorry, that text is in green, and so I don't get to read it.
I get to be green, mostly because I'm an alien, but also other reasons. Our new trivia question is, in 1977 science fiction movie, Roy Neary sculpted something out of mashed potatoes during dinner. What is the name of the national monument he sculpted? Oh, that one gives more hints than I probably would have. So you got a national monument. That's part of your hint. All right, guys, you know the drill. Put it in the DMs. Please do not put it in the chat or on our publicly viewable platforms, and be entered to win a prize like Ruth did this month.
Mm-hmm. I actually that movie never let me see mashed potatoes again the same way after I saw that particular scene. And also, can you imagine how much it was probably really fun at the beginning to shoot it, but then afterwards, like, you'd be so sick of mashed potatoes.
Yeah.
Because you have to do them over and over and over again and things like that. So yeah.
Maybe they got lucky and did it in like one take. You know?
I mean, yeah, maybe. I don't know. I think that director comes from the whole like Stanley Kubrick, do it again, do it again, do it again kind of field of things. But yeah. And they were probably whipped mashed potatoes, so they were the new whip. There you go.
Oh no.
See what I did there?
Instant mashed potatoes.
See what I did there? All
You
right.
guys, oh, we have a game of the week.
Yes, we
This game of the
do.
week is Boss Monster.
Woohoo! There it is.
Everybody loves a game where you can play the villain. You are the boss monster, and your goal is to build a dungeon, room by room, that no hero or epic hero can survive. We have Boss Monster 1 and 2, and exclusive to the World Builders Market, the Best Ordinary Hero card and King Killer Hero pack.
Guess what?
All on sale this week. 10% off, guys. It goes up tomorrow, 10% off. Check it out. Gray has some pictures of the King Killer pack.
I definitely think that Boss Monster would be a great game to play. Amity Jam talked about that. Yeah, we should also, I mean, if you have a pack and I have a pack, we can always make sure that we play the same cards. Doesn't seem like that would actually work, but yeah, I think this I love the idea of subverting the paradigms of the whole, like, it's not just a hero on a quest. Now it's a dungeon we're building to keep the heroes away. Little twists on things like that. And a chibi bass, yes. Yeah, that's one of the things is, that you can have a lot of fun with intellectual property when you can make chibis out of them. Hey, Zay, why don't we have chibi world builders? That's what I think we need.
Well, what World Builders?
I'm probably mispronouncing it. Chibi world builders? The little icon, like see how the little icons on the monster cards are there with tiny bodies, 8-bit bodies,
Oh my gosh, we should, for
Yes.
sure.
Should have one of those. Oh my gosh, I made a geek reference that you didn't get. That's actually a current one.
Wow, I'm ashamed, and you should be proud. Where is your patch?
Wait, can I just have a moment, because these don't come very often. I mean, that's yes. Oh, Sailor Moon JPEG floppy disks. Yeah, so Boss Monster, and it is fun. The inspiration for the whole thing came from classic video games, and they have all of the cards have vintage style pixel art. Players are 2 to 4, so it's not a solo thing, but you can have it. Ages are 13 up, and it's a half-hour game, so it's a good way to pass along some time. And you can find this. I didn't make up a text for the link, but it's pretty easy. If everybody knows the bit.ly link, bit.ly. If you always put in, GOTW, game of the week, and then dash whatever the date is, in this case 9/1/20, you can find it. It's a quick link, and they'll probably appear in the chat because we have really good geeks in the van doing things like that. Look at that, even as I said it. There we go. All right. So, as you know, we come to you direct from Stevens Point, Wisconsin, except when Jamie's there, in which case we are coming from another Seattle as well. But if you've been looking at the news lately, Wisconsin doesn't exactly have the most greatest things going on these days. So I wanted to talk about a couple things. One is just the fact that, am I reading your part, Say? I think I am.
No, keep on going.
Not. Okay. So one of the ways I like to talk about what the struggle is going on right now, because there's a lot of different people who say, well, if I want to talk about the unfairness that's being faced by black people, and then what about other people of color, or what about the unfairness, gender gap, and what about my cat apparently has opinions on it too, and it's all very intersectional. The fact is that there's not just one thing going on, and it's hard sometimes to have these conversations and to think about it and face things, but it's also very essential that we do these things right about now.
Yeah, in science fiction and fantasy, has always been part of us helping explore these things. We're making it part of our mission at World Builders. So this is a big deal, guys. We're we're integrating into our mission at World Builders to feature books and authors who explore these questions in ways that really make people think.
And it's not going to come as any surprise that one of the authors that we really think is great is N.K. Jemisin, Nori Jemisin. And we just recently, at a recent World Builders Weekly, we talked about The City We Became, which is one of her most recent books. But I wanted to talk a little bit about a different book that she wrote that explores a lot of these questions. And I absolutely love this book. Could not put it down. This is one of those times when I stayed up late at night. It's a series of short fiction, and the title is How Long Till Black Future Month. And it's powerful. It's not going to be I'm not saying that all the books, all the stories are going to, hit you in the face, but they are powerful, they are thought-provoking, and they are amazing. And we have this book in our store right now under pre-order. We have it available both in paperback and in hardback. So this is one really, really good way to do that. I would highly recommend this if you're looking for some thought-provoking stuff that will bring to light some of the reasons why things right now are being even more chaotic and hard, I guess, the way to put it. I'm running out of words, but hey, I'm going to shut up and let Zay talk.
No. Another author that kind of does tackle these questions a bit. We are big fans at World Builders of Tochi Onyebuchi. We right now have his book Water Girls, sorry, sometimes I have a hard time getting that out, on paperback. It's available this week for pre-order in World Builders Market. It's a futuristic sci-fi dystopian novel which takes place in war-torn Nigeria in 2172. Very interesting. Battles are fought with flying mechs, cybernetic implants that allow the fighters to survive the harsh realities of Earth, and that have been changed by nuclear disaster and climate change. So it's kind of, if we were to take all of the things that we're looking at now, push them into some cyberpunk future version of Nigeria and see how things play out. Very good book.
Yeah, it is. It is really amazing, especially if you are into the whole flying mechs and anime kind of thing like that. It is cybernetic arms. You can see there in the cover. It is, again, one of those books you go in and it's just an action romp. It is absolutely fantastic. So yeah, the cat that went meow went meow. Yes, mechs all over the place. Fantastic mechs. If you like mechs, you should read this book because man, can he write mechs. Yeah, and it's just coming out in paperback again. So if we already have the hardbound copy available. We're also hoping to get Tochi onto our World Builders Weekly show. As you might imagine, he's very, very busy. So we're just trying to find a way that we can fit it in the schedule. But if any of you happen to know Tochi or the Toshi's Asian, you can always say, hey, we're looking forward to it because we've started talking but haven't quite worked it out yet. But also, the other interesting thing nowadays is that school's starting. And it's starting in some weird kind of ways. We have some of our World Builders staff. Some of them have kids that have to actually go to school, and some of them have kids that are staying at home from school, and both have their own difficulties and problems. And we're always looking for ways that we can try and help out with that. So Zay and a certain favorite artist of ours are working on one project. Zay, do you want to talk a little bit about that, or should we just leave it a mysterious surprise?
I'll mention something a little more. I will say that we have an awesome team up with Julia Madalena, who is quite featured on today's World Builders Weekly. General Pencil, so the General Pencil, and I keep saying that as if everyone is in tune with the General Pencil, but
wait, that General Pencil?
They are one of the I would say in the art supplier world. They're a prestigious, well-known, very, very old um, uh, pencil and art supply store. So we'll be kind of coming out with a way to perhaps create a little bit of community and suffice some maybe of those artistic cravings or need to learn like art. Oh my God, this is a disaster. We will be finding a way to kind of bring a couple things together. And yeah, I guess we'll kind of leave it at that. I think that's okay for now.
Yep, there'll be more information on that later on. We're also we're looking to create a collection in the Worldbuilders market of young adult science fiction and fantasy books that address issues of race. Because again, if part of the way we can learn about this and talk about this is to do that. Now, there's a lot of great books written for children and young adults that deal with race that are specific. They're just not specific to fantasy and science fiction, but we tend to focus on geeky stuff. So we're working on putting that together, and we're working with several different sources, both online and private consultations. But if any of you have suggestions of books that you think would be useful in that collection, please do let us know. This is a crowdsourced situation. Don't want to, spoiler or anything, but both Zay and I at least present as white. So we're probably, or not even here.
Sorry, I accidentally clicked the button.
Sorry, didn't mean to out you like that, Zay. So we are not the people who are the most qualified to come up with the right books for that. So, most of our staff also identifies as white, so that's we're always looking for more information from other sources. So if you have any, please let us know. You can always email us at questions@worldbuilders.org. And we'll be talking more about that collection as it comes together, but we want to make sure we get a good handle on it first.
Ray, I feel like you had to just talk a whole bunch. I can take this next part.
Cool.
We'll be wrapping up that rainbow logo pre-order sale, guys. That's the design that we created during Indiegogo. Y'all loved it. We made a t-shirt and then we made a bunch of colors because y'all asked for it. The design will be available again in the future, but it is a special early bird price. Please get it now. We will bring it back, but it'll be at a larger price. This was kind of a test run and it did well. So put your hands on it now before it comes back a little bit more expensive.
Yep. Now we get to talk something completely different. We're going to talk about Julia Madalena.
Woo! This is really exciting, guys. I'm sure if you guys follow Julia on social media or our social media, you have seen us put this up on our marketplace platforms. Joe Abercrombie's The Trouble with Peace, which is book 2 in the Age of Madness series. Very good author, one that I always recommend whenever we do a read recommend. We have a pre-order up for his book in our store, but the most exciting thing about that is it's going to come with a signed custom bookplate, obviously signed by Joe, but created by Julia Madalena, wonderful illustrator, does a lot of the Kingkiller Chronicle illustrations. This is a Worldbuilders exclusive bookplate, just like all of ours have been. You can't get it anywhere else, and you can only get it by pre-ordering Joe's book. For those of you that are huge fans of Age of Madness, we also put his first book up in our store. That is available as well. It doesn't come with a bookplate, but you can order it separately if you haven't got that yet.
Mm-hmm. We should specify now the books that we're ordering are coming from the U.S. Joe Abercrombie lives in the UK, so you will get the book and the bookplate separately. You order them together, but you'll get them at separate times because it's interesting. Shipping is an interesting game these days. So make sure that you have that expectation. When you open up your book, you can say, look at this great book, and inside the cover is a wonderful space for a bookplate that I will receive later.
Thank you, Greg.
So that's the way it will work. And then later on, you'll get an envelope and you'll say, wow, look, it's a book plate. That fits wonderfully in this space that I had set aside. So, yeah, it is a beautiful book plate. And I've been a huge fan of all of his books. I love this character in particular. I love her character arc and the way that she's developing in her character's developing. And when I saw this, I was like, Julia gets it. She really, that is exactly the image. So it's fantastic.
Yeah, it's pretty fun. For those of you who, every time we have a recommended reading, almost every other time I throw in Joe Abercrombie's First Law, specifically the first book, Blade itself. It is such a good book. This kind of comes out of a roll off of that same world. So if you guys are fans of that old school Joe Abercrombie world, you're gonna love this one too.
Yep. And now, since we have more people here, and by popular demand, we will show again this wonderful opening video. Here we go, in case you missed it the first time. I think it's that last thumbs up that really, really does it. We had mentioned that we needed a good intro video during one of our meetings, and Beth came up with this. And thanks, Beth. We're not sure it'll be the permanent intro video, but it is definitely a good effort. And hey, it's better than no intro video at all. I think we have a couple of specs out to Michael Bay and the Wachowski sisters, so maybe they'll put in something next week, but who knows? We'll figure it out. In fact, we should just mention and she's watching right now because that's part of her job today. We have a new graphic designer on board the Worldbuilders crew. So a big welcome and hello to Zoe, who made the mistake of letting us know that she has done some motion graphic work. So I'm afraid that she maybe, we'll see what happens. Yeah, I know that Twitch logo drawing, that's going to be a hard thing to match. That was pretty good. That was amazing stuff. So I think that's about all we got right now. I guess I was supposed to say the last thing, aren't I? It's orange. I've been talking too much, Zay. You close this out.
All right, that's fine. You guys know the drill. If you have favorite creators, authors, gamers, developers, or artists that you'd like to see on the show, that is anything geek related, it doesn't have to be someone famous. It can just be something you like. Give us a shout. Let us know in the questions at worldbuilders.org. We'll look out for them. We'll try to have them on the show. We try our best to have a special guest every time we can. Be sure to check out Worldbuilders Market, where you can find rare and autographed editions of your favorite books and other fun geek stuff.
Yep. And remember, we are Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and of course here on Twitch as well. So we will be back next week. Same Twitch time, same Twitch channel. No, we do not. I'm afraid our MySpace channel is not there. Oh, Nate, did you not see the video? Hey, for Nate, we'll play it again. I think we'll play it one more time just for Nate. This is the special Nate showing of Beth's intro video. With that, we will say Viva Moose!
Viva Moose, guys! There they are.
Bye, everybody.